When you have long-term rentals, short-term rentals, and personal assets, and you want to avoid the probate process and have asset protection, how do you set all of this up? Now, the problem is when you hold these assets in your personal name, which is pretty standard, you're going to not have asset protection. So if a lawsuit comes after one property, that lawsuit can come after all of the properties. If you pass away with those assets in your personal name, they will all have to go through the probate process. The problem here is that the probate process with this setup is going to be much more expensive and take much longer to happen. Also, if your properties are out of state, you have to open up multiple sets of probate, and that's going to jack up the cost of probate and the timeline for probate. And so to set up asset protection between them, we have a couple different options on how we can do this. One, you're going to set up LLCs for those rental properties. So you have an LLC for the long-term rentals, you have an LLC for the short-term rentals because they have different operations inside of them, different liabilities, different income types coming in, etc. And then when you have a lawsuit come after one of those LLCs, the lawsuit is isolated to that LLC. The problem here is that you still own these LLC memberships in your personal name. So how do we set up these assets so the LLCs and your personal property to avoid the probate process and have asset protection from each other and from any liabilities that you may have for your personal guarantees for the businesses? And so you can put the LLC membership and your personal assets inside of an irrevocable trust that will give all of those assets asset protection from you as an individual.